I love the colorful clothes she wears and the way the sunlight plays upon her hair. I hear the sound of a gentle wind on the wind that lifts her perfume through the air.
I'm picking up good vibrations. She's giving me the excitations. I'm picking up good vibrations. She's giving me the excitations. I'm picking up good vibrations. She's giving me the excitations. Picking up good vibrations. She's giving me the excitations.
Close my eyes, she's somehow closer now. Softly smile, I know she must be kind. In her eyes, she goes with me to a blossom room.
I'm picking up good vibrations. She's giving me the excitations. I'm picking up good vibrations. She's giving me the excitations. Picking up good vibrations. She's giving me the excitations. Picking up good vibrations. She's giving me the excitations. But she sends me there. Love, sensation. Gotta keep those loving good vibrations are happening with her. Gotta keep those loving good vibrations are happening with her. Gotta keep those loving good vibrations.
Walker is an emotional and primitive man.
Do you remember when we met? Suddenly, we were together.
Lee Marvin is Walker, the hunter and the hunted.
Who the hell are you anyway? My name's Walker. Are you crazy?
You ever meet Walker?
He makes my flesh crawl.
You
What do you really want?
I really want my money. I want my 93 grand.
I want my money.
Even deserted Alcatraz Island is not immune to Walker's vengeance.
You're a very bad man, Walker, a very destructive man. Why do you run around doing things like this?
Feel the blast of emotions at point-blank range.
What do you want from me, Walker? You're supposed to be dead.
Know the mental agony that overwhelms and consumes at point-blank range. Experience rapid-fire action at point-blank range.
Things aren't done this way anymore, Walker. Let's be reasonable.
Wouldn't it be nice to get on with me neighbours? But they make it very clear they've got no room for ravers. They stop me from grooving, they bang on the wall. They're doing me fasting, it's no good at all. Lazy Sunday afternoon, I've got no mind to worry. I close my eyes and drift away. Here we all are, sitting in a rainbow. Oh, blimey, hello, Mrs. Jones. How's your bird lumbago? I'll sing you a song with no words and no tune. So sing in your party while you suss out the moon. Oh yes, lazy Sunday afternoon. I've got no mind to worry. Close my eyes and drift away. A rooty dooty die die. A rooty dooty dum, a reedy deedy doody. There's no one to hear me, there's nothing to say, and no one can stop me from feeling this way. Yeah. Lazy Sunday afternoon, I've got no mind to worry. Close my eyes and drift away. Lazy Sunday afternoon,
Almost exactly as planned, Apollo 4 lifted off at 1 second after 7 o'clock, November 9th, 1967, with its first stage delivering 7.5 million pounds of thrust. Two minutes and 32 seconds later, as scheduled, the first stage burned out and separated, having consumed 4.5 million pounds of fuel. The separation and second stage ignition were also recorded by cameras carried on board the vehicle, 40 miles above the Earth.
I'm the urban spaceman, baby. I've got speed. I've got everything I need. I'm the urban spaceman, baby. I can fly. I'm a supersonic guy. I don't need pleasure. I don't feel pain. If you were to knock me down, I'd just get up again. I'm the urban spaceman, baby. I'm making out. I'm all about. I wake up every morning with a smile upon my face. My natural exuberance spills out all over the place. I'm the urban spaceman, I'm intelligent and clean. Know what I mean? I'm the urban spaceman, as a lover second to none. It's a lot of fun. I never let my friends down, I've never made a boo. I'm a glossy magazine, an advert in the tube. I'm the urban spaceman, baby. Here comes the twist. I don't exist.
Well, there's a physiological effect and there's a psychological effect. It seems to speed up their blood count. The pupil of the eye becomes dilated. The white of the eye becomes bloodshot. The person then becomes intoxicated. Their moods or their feelings are exaggerated. People that use marijuana have a tendency to be gregarious, and they do it in the company of each other.
Matthew O'Connor is a former undercover narcotics agent who is now in charge of the San Francisco office of the California State Bureau of Narcotics
The
Enforcement.
exaggerated mood of the gay atmosphere of the party seems to exist. If they have had any feeling at all toward nonconformity, it will manifest itself under the influence of the drug. So that if the group or if the individual feels a tendency to be promiscuous in sex, any reservations that they had about it are dropped while under the influence of the drug. This is particularly true in the case of marijuana. This is a kilo brick of marijuana. It's 2 2/10 pounds, and we were paying $225 in 1965 per kilo. This is a portion of a kilo now. We're paying $80 a kilo in 1967.
I can't see anything wrong with it at all. I know it's not physically harmful, and I never put the drug down. The drug, I couldn't call it a drug. It's just a weed because people call it a weed. It's put here on God's planet. It's put here for everybody.
You keep saying you got something for me, something you call love, but confess you've been a messin' where you shouldn't have been a messin', and now someone else is getting all your best. These boots are made for walking, and that's just what they'll do. One of these days these boots are gonna walk all over you. Yeah. You keep lying when you ought to be truthin', and you keep losing when you ought to not bet. You keep saying when you ought to be a-changin'. Now what's right is right, but you ain't been right yet. These boots are made for walking, and that's just what they'll do. One of these days these boots are gonna walk all over you. You keep playing where you shouldn't be playing, and you keep thinking that you'll never get burned. Ha! I just found me a brand new box of matches, yeah. And what he knows you ain't had time to learn. These boots are made for walking, and that's just what they'll do. One of these days these boots are gonna walk all over you. Are you ready, Boots? Start walking.
Dr. Leary, how do you evaluate your influence on the increase in the use of hallucinogenic drugs by college students?
Well, I want to make it clear that I didn't invent LSD. God made LSD, the evolutionary process. LSD has been used in its plant form for thousands of years. Nor have I been a pusher or a advocate of LSD. I've been in the position of a prophet who's been pointing out to his fellow man that this was going to happen. 5 years ago, several of us from Harvard went down to Washington. We told the FDA, hey, listen, there's going to be an LSD boom. It can't be stopped. It's going to be used. It's going to take over. You better be ready for it. Then I'm in the unfortunate position of Cassandra, who, when the hurricane occurs, is blamed for it. Far from telling people they should take LSD, my message to young people is, since you're going to take it anyway, be careful when you take it. Take it for the right reasons. Take it in a sense of seriousness, and take it well prepared. And don't take it unless you know what you're getting into.
Do your feelings along these lines include other drugs as well as LSD? Marijuana, heroin, mescaline?
Well, there are two types of drugs. There are the down drugs, the narcotic drugs that put you in a stupor, of which heroin, the opiate derivatives, and alcohol are the prime offenders, and of course the tranquilizers and barbiturates also take you down. Then there is a large armamentarium of up drugs, of up experiences, of which marijuana is the mildest, going through mescaline, peyote, LSD. But I must point out that LSD is already somewhat old hat. There are now currently available in certain American cities and in certain chemical laboratories drugs more powerful, which last longer than LSD. This is just the beginning of a scientific and psychological breakthrough, which can't be stopped by laws.
And I taught that to Mike Nesmith.
The local rock group down the street is trying hard to learn their song. Serenade the weekend squire who just came out to mow his lawn. Another Pleasant Valley Sunday. Charcoal burning everywhere. Rows of houses that are all the same, and no one seems to care. Creature comfort goes, they only know my soul, and make it hard for me to see. My thoughts all seem to stray to places far away. I need a change of scenery. Another Pleasant Valley Sunday. Charcoal burning everywhere. Another Pleasant Valley Sunday. Here in Status Symbol Land. Another Pleasant Valley Sunday. Another Pleasant Valley Sunday. Another Pleasant Valley
Don't you feel that it's wrong to encourage the use of these illegal drugs by college students? This is, in effect, isn't it encouraging the breaking of a law?
Well, I never tell anyone what to do with their body, because what we're talking about here is the first and last frontier of freedom, my body. Now, who touches my body, or what touches my body, or what goes into my body, that's the last and first frontier of my divinity. And I have to say to Caesar, as every religious spokesman has done for the last few thousand years, Caesar, I render unto you what belongs to you out there, in the highways and the byways and the weapons and the banks. But I reserve my right to do within my own body what feels right to me. There can be no laws about what goes on inside a person's body. And I'm engaged in several court cases right now testing the constitutionality of these laws which tell you what you can put in your body. The marijuana laws are clearly against the Constitution, against the ancient traditions of mankind. The laws against LSD will not stand up. What you can do, you can put labels on the package, and we're all in favor of the FDA and the federal government putting labels on the package. If I want to kill myself quickly with cyanide or slowly with cigarettes, fine. Let the government tell me that. Let the government put on the marijuana package the scientific evidence about marijuana. Let the government put on the booze bottle what booze does for you if they want to be concerned with public health. But they cannot pass laws and maintain laws which govern what people are going to do, particularly something pleasant and something revelatory and something educational like LSD. Why are 10 million Americans smoking marijuana today? I mean, these are not criminals, they're not dope fiends. Matter of fact, they come from your best colleges, and they're your most effective people. The latest statistic is that 70% of the freshman class at Harvard smoke marijuana. Now, that's my old alma mater, and I don't want to boast, but that's a sign of the times. You just can't stop intelligent, thoughtful people from doing something that feels good and right to them.
One final question, Dr. Leary. How would you explain, or how do you explain, the rather unconventional attire that you have on at this time?
Unconventional? My dear Carl, this is the most orthodox attire that a man can wear. What you're wearing, a tie and that funny suit, is that's a fad. That's only been around for 20 or 30 years. I'm wearing the ancient garb of my profession. which is prophet, which is part-time would-be holy man. I'm the orthodox person. You know, as Alan Watts says, there's nothing as far out as a square. Just look at the way he acts and dresses.